Hi there. I'm going to talk to you today about this new basket design. Now, usually baskets are very, very painful when they hit against the leg. Now, I have incurred several bruises due to this. Here, this basket defeats that problem. Now, whilst creating this, I used the laser cutter to cut out my basket design, and I put grooves into the side to connect it. But before actually gluing in place, I just connected it so that it was loose. And through doing this, I managed to stumble across this mechanism whereby I'm able to mould the basket to shape around the body. Now, this means that the user of the basket will not constantly bash their leg against it. The second change to the basket that I've made is the fact that you now have a strap that you put over your shoulder as opposed to carrying. Now, of course, you can still carry it like this, but the only thing is that it may cause problems as it's not connected as well. Now, whilst looking at how to further develop this idea of a basket that fits around the leg, I came across this design. Now, this design is just a simple model. It just shows hinges on each corner of a box, 4 pieces of 3mm MDF. The hinges allow it to move around the body, as shown here. Now, the only problem with this was the fact that we then had to overcome the problem of how to move a sturdy base that would actually keep the produce inside. Which brings me on to this next mechanism. Now, here it takes the idea of the hooks that you actually get on a usual basket that attaches the handle to the main body of the basket. Now, there are several hooks on this, and yes, the mechanism does get rather confusing. I mean, it could cause a lot of problems whilst actually trying to make it in a factory. That would have to be something that's overcome. But as a design idea, it does allow maneuverability, and you do get a strong base. Now, the base would actually have to be covered with several of these, or it would have to be supported by some sort of chainmail even, or a fabric that is sturdy enough to keep the produce in the basket. So, when culminating all these ideas, hopefully we shall come to a nice conclusion whereby we have a basket that we can put over our shoulder, that wraps around us and defeats all the problems that we have found before doing this project. Thank you for listening. Goodbye.